Does God care about the work that I'm doing? That's a question that, as a business owner, as a Christian, as a person of faith, I've wrestled with at times. And I think a lot of us, as especially as business owners and entrepreneurs and leaders, I think we often can struggle with that question. And so I think from a biblical context, if you look at the Old Testament, there is a word, a Hebrew word, avoda. And that word has this connotation of service and work, and the two are interrelated. And when you look at the Bible, I think absolutely it makes it clear that God does care about the work that we do and how we do it. In the Old Testament, God talks to Adam and Eve about taking care of the land, tilling the land, and he uses that word avodah in the book of Exodus. When God is giving instructions to the Israelites about how to build the tabernacle, he uses this word avodah. And the word has this connotation of service and work, and the two are interrelated. And so the idea behind avodah is that the work that we do is a form of service, and it's a form of worship. It's a form of service to others. It's a way of bettering the world around us and serving others, and it's a form of also worshiping the God who gave us the gifts and talents and abilities that we have. In a New Testament sense, when you look at Colossians 3:23, whatever we do, work as unto the Lord, as if we're working for him and not for a boss, not for an earthly boss or manager, but as if we're working unto God. The parable of the talents in Matthew 25 makes it clear that God cares about the work that we do and how we use the resources that he's given us. I think so often it's easy for us to get caught up in this worldly mindset of, I'm working for me. I'm working to put food on the table. I'm working to provide a better life for my family. And those things aren't bad. But if we're not careful, we can lose sight of the bigger picture. And that is God, the God of the universe who created us, who sent his son to die for us. Um, he gave us gifts and talents and abilities and resources, and he wants us to use those. He cares about how we use those. He cares about how we use them to serve others. He cares about how we use them to make the world around us a better place. And he cares about how we do our work with excellence, because that's a reflection of him, and it's a reflection of our relationship with him. So if you ever struggle with that question of, get this guy to really care about the work that I'm doing, the answer is absolutely he cares. And I think sometimes when we get caught up in the grind of trying to build a business or trying to build a nonprofit or trying to have an impact of some sort, when we get caught up in that struggle of maybe things aren't going quite the way we want them to, or we're not going up into the right the way we want to, or the way we think we should, it's easy to think, well, does God actually care? And the answer is absolutely he does.